Hello, greetings guys. Welcome to another video by Financial Hub. My name is Tarrus, and in today's video I'm going to share again how I passed my prop farm challenge. A few weeks ago, Ken did his video on how he passed his second prop farm challenge. I had actually passed mine a few days before him, but his content came out earlier than mine. But today I'm going to show you guys how I passed both phase 1 and phase 2. I'm currently doing my funded FX challenge. I'll take you guys through how it works and everything, and how I managed to pass them in less than 2 to 3 months. It was a very good 2 to 3 months in terms of my system and the markets, and also how the markets were giving me opportunities. And I was able to take those opportunities very, very well with confidence, and managed to finally lock in this $25,000 account. So it's a 25K account. Really looking to scale up faster to more bigger accounts, but we have to start somewhere and start slowly but sure. So in today's video I'm going to show you a couple of trades I took. The differences, because I've been in prop farms for a couple of years now. Okay, not really, a couple of years, I think more than a year. About 2 years now, actually, about 2 years, and it's been a long journey. Again, I always say I'm trading. Every step of trading that you get, you are becoming again sort of a newbie in it, and you have to learn again the ropes from the start again, and make it work it for you again in that new stage of trading. Because as you scale up capital, this is a capital that probably most of us have not gotten access to or hands-on. So it becomes again a whole mental shift in terms of your risk level, your risk acceptance, how much you're risking per trade again becomes very different. Because if you're used to $1,000 account and now you're trading, let's say, $50,000 account, the risk levels there are very, very different, and you need to take time to cement your mentality to be able to become with very, very huge risks at play. So I'm gonna show you guys why I moved from. I used to trade my Forex funds. So I used to trade my Forex funds for about more than a year, and on some accounts I remember there's an account I came close to 7.7%. I was aiming for 0.3% to come in. Then I did some blunders and again went all the way down to, not really down, but 3%. Then in the next month I got another, there was what you call free extensions. The free extensions, got it again, and that time markets again were not in sync with my system, and I ended up again losing the account. That was my Forex Fund, so it was a good journey starting there. Never really had so much success on that, but I think Ken managed to lock my Forex Fund, so that's good for him. So for me, I think when my funded FX came in, I quickly came and plugged my colleagues Ken and Caleb and told them there's this new prop farm and it doesn't have a time limit, and that was really revolutionary in the industry, because I feel like for a whole year, and when you are really trying to trade on my Forex funds, a lot of times the fact that you have a time limit, you've been given 30 days to attain a specific target, it gets stuck in your mind, and you'll be thinking, or you'll be trading by the calendar days, not by the systematic ways of you trading. So you'll be trading as the calendar days come to an end. You'll find yourself entering trades which are not in your setups. You'll find yourself risking way more than you should, just because you want to attain a specific return by a specific time. We call it the risk of falling short. When you enroll for our classes, we teach risk a lot, and there's that risk of falling short, whereby you have a target and a timeline, and by that timeline you've not been able to attain your target, and you end up actually doing some blunders in the markets. And the markets, I always say, markets again don't condone mediocrity. The moment you start doing such things again, markets are there to really punish you. So yeah, my funded FX came with no time limit, and I feel like that was really revolutionary for me. I wanted to trade from a point whereby I didn't have any pressures to trade when I was down or up. I didn't have a 30-day or a 60-day to attain a specific target, and that really opened up my mind to trade calmly. So I was trading very, very calmly, because again, for me, how I trade, my trades are very, very systematic. I know when to wait for my trades. My trades really come to me. So again, I was able now to trade calmly from a point whereby if trades were not coming to me, I was not forcing trades. But before that, you'd find I'd sometimes force trades that actually are not in my systems, probably in Ken's system or Caleb's system, and that will destroy my whole strategy and system. So, but with no time limit, again, it became a bit easier to trade. You're very patient to wait for your setups. You execute your setups with precision again. Yeah, so that was the major difference between myfundedfx and MFF. But currently, again, I feel like most prop firms again have removed time limits, so I don't see again much difference between MFF and MFFX. Okay, probably I think the drawdown, the drawdown is a bit different, but these are things you can do research on and come to know how they work. So just to make it a bit short and not to say much, I think I'll just show you a couple of trades I took on my myfxbook. So on the first account, on my first phase one, I think I started my account in 12th June and I was able to pass on 24th of July. So that was about a month and 12 days. Then on the second account, I think I really passed it pretty fast. I got it on 30th and I started trading it on 31st, and by 8th I had passed, so less than probably let's say a week. So in a week I had passed that account. So I'll take you to my FX book and show you a couple of my trades and the performance. I think it's more analytical than the my funded FX back end. So I think you can see on the back end my target was to be my target profit was to be 8%. I made exactly that, and I had some trades still running, but I had to cut them out and lock in on the profits. So this was the first one. Managed to pass that in about a month and 12 days. So let's look at the trades I took on this time, or some statistics about it. So as you can see, I took about 16 trades, but ideally they were about 12 trades. So I took about 12 trades. Some of them were double entries. So those are about 12 trades. My hit rate was steady around 56%, and my profit factor was at 2.56. So that combination, if you know how to form a positive expectancy system, you know a combination of a 2.56 profit factor and a hit rate of again 56 can easily form your positive expectancy system. As you can see, my system was expecting to make about 125% on average per trade. My best trade was 561%, more than 2%, and my worst trade was 287%, about 1.1%. I was really trying to keep my risk consistent around the 1% level for this time. And as you can see on the trades, so the first trade I took was GU. So as you can see, it was on 12th of June. It was GU sell. I made $498.96, so that's exactly 2%. And as you can see again from those trades, the next trade was US30 USJPY. My losses were 1% each, 1% each. I come to US30 again, another 2% win, $512 on that. So you'll notice most of my wins are on average 2 to 2 point something percent, and most of my wins are 1% or 0.8, 0.9%. So that is again what we call consistent risk taking and asymmetric risk taking, whereby your rewards are always bigger than your losses. If you do that consistently, again, I'm confident that my system will continue delivering exceptional returns. So this was that month. So I can see June I made 1.86%. Then July I made a 6% return on that, enabling me to attain the 8% return. So it was I can say it was a combination of me being in sync with my system and my system being in sync with the markets. So those three things, when now they come in line, it's easy for you to have what we call winning streaks, because as you can see on my graph again, it was very easy. I think I had a very few drawdowns. Like I actually never had a huge drawdown. My absolute drawdown was negative 0.19. So a very minimal drawdown. Then from there I was steadily trying to make money from the markets with very minimal losses, but still trying to make good returns when I'm winning. So at least that allowed me to attain the 8% return. I'm confident. I was very confident in myself and in my system and in the markets again. And the moment I got it again, the flow of how I was trading still went into the phase 2. So phase 2 I started it on 31st of August. Of July, 31st of July. Basically, just say August. I started trading it on August. And I only had 2 trades on this. The target on phase 2 is 5%. So if you know that, the target is 5%. And I was to attain that 5%, but luckily again I got it in very few trades, unlike the other of phase 1, which I took a couple of trades. Again, phase 2 was pretty seamless for me. I had one trade again which had an outstanding risk reward, about 1:2.4 risk reward ratio. That for me is outstanding. For Caleb, I know it's very, very small still. But yeah, I only had trades on Nasdaq and pound yen. So these are the two trades I took. Never got a loss on this account. On Nasdaq, I had about a 1.3% risk, and I was able to make about 4% on that, and I made about a percentage on pound yen, allowing me to again easily attain the 5%. So again, I believe that trading prop firms are not really hard. It's just that you need to learn the ropes. You need to, again, in as much as you can be an experienced trader, you have been in the markets for a couple of years. There are things which you really need to understand, because I remember, again, there are some prop firms that failed due to the daily drawdown loss and such things. So again, you have to really experience that so that it sticks in your mind again. Okay, this is what they mean by a daily drawdown loss. And now after you learn such things again, it becomes easier for you not to repeat the mistakes. So that is what I can say about prop firm trading. It's really for both types of traders, because I believe it's a whole new arena even for the experienced traders who have been trading on some live capital, because again, you're scaling up your capital too fast. You'll find most traders probably have been trading $1,000, $2,000, and now you're shifting to $50,000, $100,000 on an instant. So again, I believe when you learn the ropes as a beginner or as a pro trader, again, on how to trade prop firms, accept that you're gonna have some bad times, again, some losses. You lose some accounts. It's not a sin to lose an account again, because if you look at, if you're losing an 8% drawdown, which is now a 100% loss for you, or a 12% drawdown, that really shows you that you're really learning much about risk management, because most people lose 100% of their capital, not just 8% or 12%. So when you start training yourself how not to lose 12% or 8%, it becomes easier for you to, even as you trade on free capital, not now prop capital, let's say, whereby you have full margin, it becomes easier for you not to have a full risk of ruin of 100% of probably client's capital. Again, so that again is very important. I believe like prop firms, it really helps a new person learn how to manage the risk. But again, you have to understand that losing a prop account or not being able to attain the targets does not really mean that you're not a bad trader. Sometimes just markets are out of sync with the system, or you're out of sync probably with the markets or with the system, and you just can't be able to trade at a very normal state of mind. So again, that is one thing I can say. So if you're confident that you want to actually start managing risk well, I believe prop firm trading is good again. But again, don't come here very overambitious. So take your steps slowly, learn, accept that you'll again take some learning journey. As you learn prop firms, you'll make some mistakes, because again, most prop firms again have some catches that if you're not keen on, probably they'll say that you've lost an account, or you're not going to get a payout because of some catches, like probably you're not going to trade the news, or you're not going to have your trades over the weekend, such things. If you don't really know the rules of the prop firm you're trading, again, probably you can find yourself sometimes out of the game. So guys, as we come to an end, if you want to trade prop firm challenges, if you want to scale up your capital, if it's something new to you and you'd love to try it out, myfx, which I think all of us are currently trading, me, Ken and Caleb, we are all on that. We think it's a very good prop firm compared to some of the other ones that we've heard stories about or we've seen them. And currently they are having a 7-day offer until the end of the month, which is 31st of August. They have a 50% offer on their 10K account and the 5K account, which is very good account for if you're starting out, because again, don't start trading prop firms with $100,000, $200,000 account sizes. Start small as you learn the ropes until now you feel confident that you now know how to trade prop firms. Now you can easily scale up to $10,000, $200,000, even $300,000 accounts. So the link is on the description below the video, so you can click on that and purchase the account. And the good thing is, when you get the account, you don't have to start trading immediately. So again, there is no time to start trading, so you can start trading when you feel confident, after probably you've gotten some mentorship and now you feel that you are now ready to trade the markets. Also, at Financial Hub, our course is structured to help someone be able to pass prop firm challenges because of how we do our risk calculations. So again, in prop firm challenges, risk management is very, very critical. If you fumble on risk management, it's very, very easy for you to come out of that challenge again, or even lose your live account. So at the end of the course, we try and help you understand how to navigate the prop firm world, which prop firms to choose, how to align your risk management strategies, your psychological strategies. If you want to enroll to our course, we are at Lavington Mall, Chandarana Building, 4th floor. Or you can call us, our number is down here below. You can call us and we'll communicate and we'll try and help you start your journey in trading. Thank you.